Homework review for today is workbook pages 10 and 11, and we're going through all of the questions. Okay, so Henry made this pattern. We have to complete the table, okay? So figure number 2, 3, and 4. Number of squares is 4, 6, and then 8. So our ordered pairs 2, 4 bracket, 3, 6, close bracket, 4, 8, close bracket. Okay? The next part is we have to graph this. This is microscopic, so tiny. Okay, so we had 1, 2, and then we have 2, 4, and then we have 3, 6, and then we have 4, 8 right here, okay? Then what you could do is you could connect the line, and then that would help us to predict what's going to be next. Okay, but really the key thing is that you have those 4 points plotted. Okay, so if you did that, I guess it's kind of like 4 points for each of those, then we can do 3 points for this. So this question would be out of 7. Okay, next one is describe the relationship shown in the table. Okay, so this is like not the pattern rule, is describing the relationship. So this is what we did yesterday. As the figure number increases by 1, the number of squares increases by 2. Okay? So I guess this would be worth 2 marks, 1 for saying something with the first number and then 1 for something with the second number. Okay, next part is draw the squares on the grid to model the pattern. Okay, so we did this one a little bit earlier. So there would be 1, and then we have, so this is figure 1. Then we have figure 2 has 3 squares. Figure 3 has 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, yep. You don't have to draw it like this, so you could draw a different way if you wanted to. And then the next one has 7 squares, and the last one has 9 squares. This is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Okay, so something along those lines. You didn't have to draw that exact thing though if you didn't want to. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is graph the pattern. Okay, so this first one would be 1, 1, then we'd have 2, 3, then we'd have 3, 5, then 4, 7, and then 5, 9. So they've just like left out a step. They're assuming that you're able to get from this and then like from this and then plunk it straight into here. But we know the background method is determining the ordered pairs first. Okay, so 1, 1 is here, and then 2, 3, and then 3, 5, and then 4, 7, 5, 9, like that. Okay, there you go. And then the next thing is how many squares are needed for figure number 10. Okay, so for this, what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what is the expression. Okay, I'm going to figure this out first. Okay, so how do we get from the figure number to here? What is happening? If I was to do like my magic boxes over here, it's kind of not really the best space, but if I was to be doing my magic boxes, what would be happening? Okay, so we're kind of looking at this at a different angle. So this, how much is this going up by? It's increasing by 2, so I think that one of my numbers is going to be 2. I'm going to guess that it is times 2. So 1 times 2 is 2 minus, maybe it's minus 1. Okay, let's see if that works. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6, minus 1 is 5. Yep, and then 8. Okay, so this is it. Okay, that is magic. So now figure number. I'm going to call this maybe f for figure number. Okay, so my expression's going to have an f in it. So then if I'm doing the first number, so it's going to be 2, remember this is what we did last week, 2 times f, 2 times the figure number, minus 1. Okay, this is my golden expression. This is very, very helpful to have. So if my f is 10, then I can just put this into my equation, right? So 2 times 10, oops, not plus, oopsies, there you go, and then minus 1, okay? So that's 20, 19, okay? So that should be the answer. Next one, which figure has 29 squares? Okay, so this one, okay, so we want to know which figure. So that means we do not know the f. Same thing for this one. We do not know what the f is. Okay, but we can put in the rest of the equation. So we know it's 2 times f minus 1 equals 29, okay? So this is where we're going to work backwards through the equation. So I'm just going to go over here. So if we had 29 squares, how do we get backwards from here, right? We need to do the opposite thing. We're going to go backwards through the machine. So rather than doing minus 1, it's going to be plus 1. Rather than multiply by 2, it's going to be divided by 2. So I'm going to do 29 plus 1 is 30. And then 30 divided by 2 is 15, okay? 15. So if you wanted to check your answer, you could put 15 into here and then see if it works. 2 times 15 is 30, minus 1 is 29. It works, okay? Same thing over here. If I want to use, I'm just going to erase this. If I'm going to do my next number as 51, so 51 is here, okay? I'm going to go through the machine in the opposite direction. So I'm going to do, rather than minus 1, I'm going to do again plus 1. Then I'm going to do, rather than multiply by 2, I'm going to do divide by 2. So I have 51 plus 1 is 52. And then 52 divided by 2 is 26. Okay? I knew that was easy because I knew that 50 divided by 2 is 25, but just one more is 26. So my answer should be 26. If you wanted to check this, you could put it into the equation. So my f is 51, right? So 51, but I'm putting my equation, or this is an equation because we have an equal sign, minus 1. Let's see. 2, is that right? Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, 26. I put 51 in. Okay, so this should be 26, and then we have our original, right? Minus 1. Okay, right, this is the figure number. This is what I found. Yep. Okay, so 2 times 26 is 52, and then 52 minus 1 is 51. So we are correct. There you go. Okay, so that is it. Okay, so those are those questions. Okay, next one is we're gonna do more practice of this. So if you didn't get it, don't freak out today. This is kind of hard stuff, but definitely this will be on this definitely would be on like a unit test, and this type of stuff would definitely be on the PAT if we were to have done it. Okay, so next is draw a pattern to model the data in the table. Okay, this one's actually quite easy. So here we have figure number 1 has 1 square. Figure number 2 has 2 triangles. Figure number 3 has 4 triangles. Okay. And then figure number 4 has 8. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Okay, that's all that it actually asks you to do. You didn't have to figure anything else out. Yeah, okay, so that one's pretty easy. If we want to figure out the expression, we know that it's multiplying by 2. I think anyway, times by 2, it's going up by 2 each time. So it would be the figure number or the previous number multiplied by 2, but they're not asking you to figure out that expression, so it's okay. Okay.